afternoon, everyone. We're going to have a very exciting session on cold polypectomy. Very important because these are the absolute majority of polyps we encounter in everyday endoscopy. The session objectives are to apply a selection checklist, to choose cold versus hot, perform the cold snare technique in the correct way, 5 common pitfalls, piecemeal cold resection for SSLs will be addressed, and then we again will talk about capturing proof images to drive audit and follow-up. We have again a quiz question, and we're asking for 15 millimeter right colon adenoma selected for cold snare resection, which approach most effectively reduces incomplete resection rate. So please, everybody vote, and we encourage you again to ask questions via the website or absolutely also for the live participants. And we're going to start with the first presentation done by Andrea.
Thank you, Lob. So we're going to talk about cold for adenomas. When adenomas can and can't go cold. So the objectives are to understand what's the current evidence supporting cold snare polypectomy, whether this is solid or not, and to discuss established indications for cold for adenomas and literature gray areas, and to discuss pros and cons of cold versus hot TMR. So little spoiler, hot TMR is still the standard of care for large non-pedunculated colorectal polyps. Why? Because it has low recurrence rates after en-bloc resection or piecemeal MR with margin ablation. But we are afraid of that. Why? Because it has potential complications such as bleeding and perforation, and they can carry significant morbidity and the need for additional invasive procedures. So in recent years, we have witnessed what was defined as the cold revolution. So cold snare polypectomy was more and more used for colorectal polyps. This is a nice study from Japan where they assessed the size of the polypectomy defect immediately after the polypectomy and the day after also. So this is the effect after hot TMR, so a 5 millimeter polyps. Then the defect is 4 millimeter immediately after, and then there is an ulcer of 6 millimeters the day after. And this is an image of an example of a specimen after hot TMR, and you can see nicely the submucosa. This is a defect from the same study after cold snare polypectomy, so a 9 millimeter polyp. Then there is a defect immediately, it's a 12 millimeter